Hello everyone and welcome back once again to my channel and to another tutorial for MSFS 2020. As you can probably see on your screen right now and on the thumbnail of this video, we are back once again in the Airbus H135 helicopter. Since my last video on this aircraft where we flew it around Los Angeles for a little bit, I haven't touched this helicopter again. To be honest, I wasn't planning on making another video on it since I didn't really see a future for this mod, but I recently started seeing posts about this aircraft and new features that were coming to it and were already implemented, and I thought to myself, maybe it is worth revisiting, and so I did, and I must say the aircraft has been improved quite a lot since the last video I made about it. Some things are still the same, but a lot of things are now more detailed. The avionics are way better now, and you can also use some of the buttons inside the flight deck. Someone in the comment section of my last helicopter video was also so kind to point out that there were actually two flight models that you can use, and that I was on the easy flight model, so I went ahead and put it on advanced instead. And flying this thing has since become a lot more of a challenge, I must say. So in this video I'm quickly going to show you how to fly this helicopter and get it on the ground safely. And I'm also going to show you guys how to hover, so this should be an interesting video. Just a quick disclaimer first, I am by no means a real life helicopter pilot and I frankly have no clue what I am doing with these things, so keep that in mind when watching this video. I'm not trying to show you how to land a helicopter the way real pilots do it, since frankly I have no idea how they do it. So this video is just a guide to get you on the right track and mostly for entertainment. So with that said, another thing before we jump into the flight deck, I've noticed that some of my videos get a lot of views and that other barely get any, and lately I don't have a lot of inspiration when it comes to video ideas, so if you're watching this video and you can think of something you would really like to see on the channel, don't hesitate to put it in the comment section below. I obviously want to make videos that you guys will enjoy and I would love to hear some of your ideas, so be sure to head over to that comment section below and let me know what else you would like to see on the channel. Also be sure to do a touch and go on that subscribe button along with the bell icon so that when I do make a video about one of your requests you won't miss out on it. I really appreciate all of my supporters. Now, without further ado, let's land a helicopter. So there we go, there we have our beautiful helicopter. And there we go, we are now inside the flight deck, and as you can see, if you compare it to the last video we made, quite a lot of things have changed inside the flight deck. The avionics have been updated quite a lot, and as you can see now we have an engine display, and the VFD has also been spiced up a little bit, and our co-pilot has decided to vacate the helicopter, it seems. I don't remember when that happened, but there we go. But yeah, I'm going to try to show you, to the best of my ability, how you should fly a helicopter like this one. Increase the thrust. I start to pitch forward, so yeah, get some speed. And there, right in front of us, we have Deurne Airport, which is, if you've been following the channel for a while, you know that that's my home airport, so that's where I'm going to show you guys the landing procedure for this airplane, or helicopter I should say. So with the helicopter it's very important that you actually use the pedals that you have here, and what those pedals do, for those of you who do not know, is control the rotor at the back of the helicopter. Because when you change the power setting of the helicopter, will yaw to either side, so to counteract this, the rotor is used. That's going to be very important when landing this aircraft. Another reason why I've chosen this airport in particular is because it has two helipads, and we are going to head for that right now. So at this point we are over top the airport. I'm going to slow down. So as you can see, I changed the power there and it wanted to yaw to the left, so I had to counteract that with the pedals. rudder movements are very key in a helicopter like this. Just turn around here so I can actually see where we are going. So there we have our helipad, it's right below us. Sideways so I can control on it as much as I can. So we're almost there, it seems, but it will the closer you get to the ground, the more you can fly fast. Because you have to make smaller movements. Just a bit more forward. And there we go, we are on the ground safely. So I guess that's not really bad for someone who has never really flown a helicopter before, and let alone land it. But I didn't really explain how you should do it, so let me just do that right now. So we'll get back up in the air. So on takeoff you also have to use the pedals so you don't yaw in random direction. And once you pick up speed you actually can relieve some of the rudder movement. Okay, so let me just turn around here, overfly the beautiful scenery that I have for this airport. If you want the scenery yourself, the link will be in the description, by the way. So I'm going to keep the aircraft here for a moment. Or at least try to. Okay, so what you want to do, right? You approach the helipad by pushing the stick forward while increasing the thrust, so you don't descend. And then, once you feel like you're close enough, you pull back on the stick while at the same time putting in some right rudder and also decreasing the thrust again, so you don't climb. And as you can see, the speed is now dropping, so you keep pulling back, still using rudder obviously. And then once the speed has reached 0 knots, you can increase thrust again, put in some left rudder, and then you can start heading towards the landing pad. And at this point you just keep an eye on the place where you want to land and not the airspeed. It's important to keep a visual with it, obviously. And helicopters do have a tendency to drift away. So once that happens, you need to roll the helicopter or pitch it in the opposite direction, obviously, like I did just then. There we go, okay. So this is where I want to be right now. There we go. Not as great of a landing as the first one, but I hope you get the picture, and I hope you now know a little bit more about how to land a helicopter. Now I'll demonstrate again a big part of landing a helicopter by demonstrating how to hover a helicopter, which is obviously the first thing you need to do to actually land a helicopter. So once again we'll get back in the air. We'll do it a little bit slower this time. There we go. Make sure we don't crash or anything, obviously. So as I showed you guys just then, the first thing you need to do to land a helicopter is get it to slow down enough before you land. So in a sense you try to hover the aircraft above your landing pad. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that, or how to sort of do that, because I'm not really that experienced in it. So first step is reduce the thrust, and at the same time you need to pull back and give right rudder. That's actually kind of it. You just need to do those three things at the same time: thrust, pitch, rudder. So if you can remember that, you should be able to do this. And once the speed has reached 0 knots, you can pitch back forward and add some thrust again. Okay, and now we are, as you can see, we are pretty much hovering. Not completely, but I think it's quite a good start if you're just starting with flying a helicopter. And now we are also maintaining our altitudes. So there we go. So that's obviously what you do first to land a helicopter. So from here you would start descending until you've touched the ground. So yeah, I hope this was a clear explanation for you guys, and I hope I've motivated you a bit to learn how to fly a helicopter like this one. It's actually very fun and a nice little challenge, so I highly recommend you try it yourself. So yeah, but that's gonna be it for this video. If you liked it and you found this tutorial helpful, be sure to leave a like and do a touch and go on that subscribe button. It helps out the channel a tremendous amount. And if you want to see more tutorials, you can always check out some of my other videos that I've made on the CRJ, for example. Or you can just check out some of my other full flight videos. And if you want to see even more from me, you can also always follow me on my Instagram account. I post a lot of aviation related content over there. And we're almost at 1,000 followers, so that's fantastic. But yeah, for now I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.